Okay, we are going to show you how to load a roof. The first thing that's important is the dry-in. We talked about the lick 'em and stick 'em underlayment. You're going to sprinkle the asphalt, then you're going to kick a 30, then you're going to mop a 30. After that's done, you're going to chalk and line. I'll send you the documents. Here's your roof loading. So as you can see, Nancy can point to the roof. We're going to start 3 courses up from the bottom being the eave line. When you stack it, we're going to go 8 tiles, 2 stacks of 8 every 3rd line. This will be in an email. You're going to also have your boosters, your starters, and your bird stop on the deck. So I'm going to start assembling it now. So we're going to go with the 1-inch overhang to accommodate your 4 or 5-inch gutters. So I'm putting the bird stops down. These are all going to be fastened accordingly, but for this installation, we're just going to lay them up cleanly without any fasteners. So every course has 11-inch exposure, 11-inch on the horizontal going across the roof. Now your roof is a hip roof, so there's no gables. This has a gable end. You won't have a gable end. So I'm just using this straight across. So you're going to run your tile directly at the bottom of the hip all the way to the other hip. So the bird stop goes first. These are 11-inch exposures. As you can see, you're going to be working from the roof, so you want the tiles above you. You don't want to have to be tripping over any kind of piles of tiles. So these are 11-inch exposures. Let me get my tape measure. I'm just going to make sure this exposure is correct. So this is going to be 11 inches on center off the nail hole. 11, 11, 11. Okay, very cool. Go ahead and cut that. We got our bird stops established at 11-inch centers. We have our first course, which is the pan. Our first pan line will be 18 less 1 inch, which is 17 inches. So from the 1-inch overhang, we're going to chalk a line on the very top across horizontally at 17 inches. At that point, the bird stops are nailed. Your booster goes on the tile. This will be fastened here. Fastened here. You're going to go all the way across. Yikes. Getting busy. Once the boosters are fastened, we're going to go with the starters. Now this chalk line is going to be at 1 inch less the length, which is 14. So this is going to be a 13-inch chalk line for the starters. 13 inches. So your first line 17, your second line horizontally is 13. So now we have the roof partially assembled. We have the booster and the starter course installed, and we have the pan course, your first pan. So just to reiterate, this is a 1-inch overhang into the gutter, a 17-inch line. This is a 14-inch tile with a 1-inch overhang. That's a 13-inch line. So when we start building the field tile, every course beyond this is 15 up until the ridge line. So I'm going to start building it here, 15 inches. So let's do a pan. By the way, you'll see an automatic interlock. These pans and the booster course and the starter course will automatically lock. So you can see there's nothing that's going to be able to slide down once it's fastened. Okay, so the pan's coming here. We're going to nail this or screw it, whatever you determine. So now we have our starters, our boosters, our first course of pans, our second course of pans, and now we're going to fill it in with the caps. So here we go. Once again, this line from our starter line is going to be plus 15 inches. We have a 3-inch headlap. So basically, you'll always see a 3-inch headlap. It can never be any less than 3-inch headlap. And it builds very quickly, especially when you're doing it from the ground level. Okay. So now we've got our second course, which is a cap and a pan. If you come over here, Miss Nancy, you can see how the actual install goes. Once again, you have the bird stop, which is first, your booster, your starter course locks right in there against the pans, 1-inch overhang, and 3 inches. The field is done. We're going to do the trim, which includes the ridge or the hip tile. We're going to use a 2x6 nailer, 2x6, as you can see here. We're going to fasten it directly into the 2x6. This also has to be mortared, completely sealed mortar between the tile up until the ridge board. This has to be wrapped with felt as well. Okay, in closing, here's your roof. We just hosed it off. This is what it's going to look like forevermore. I will email you all the specifics on all the details, but just wanted to give you a little heads up for a video. Please like or comment this video. and give me a thumbs up. Just